We have some people that request, because we read the Constitution, you know, we have to do that, you know, and put it up there, you know. And then we'll go through the police thing to set speed, and we'll go through the duty and the police conduct, police code of conduct, duty and standard of conduct of the police officer. And then we're going to say, so we'll go through 3 things, and them things we then put out today. So we want to do this, police code of conduct, your rights and responsibilities, and arrest. So we could go through it, and all police and all the citizens, them, you know, interact with each other. And what them expect and what them put on what the outline of the police. Because we still have to read the constitution, because we still have to run through that too, you know. You understand? It's a must. See? So we're going to run through that. And you know, we have to push out them kind of thing because it's very, very important. So people understand, you know. You see me I say? Alright, so I can run through this first. Right? So I run through this. Alright? So we are read it out, we want to see it for yourself. So I have it there, you know. Because it's for there, you know. So I can run through all of this. What happened, General? Yeah, man. So I can run through the whole of this, right? Alright? So when you see it for yourself, we just take the time go through it, yeah? A police officer must act in a manner to preserve the confidence and consideration that his duty require. Alright, so we want to know much of we see all these kind of things. I can point out what happened to me too, you know. But this is what them lay out for police, you know. This is what them themselves lay out, right? Police officer must not use obscene, blasphemous, or abusive language. Now, how much we see police when them attack to we, them behaving in that manner. You see me I say? It did for them and tell you know. Refuse to produce official identification when any person asks him or her to do so. Right? Use language that could be disrespectful of others, race, sexual orientation, religion, or political persuasion, or any other status of any citizen or person to which she may come in contact with. Now, you tell me now, this is a Jamaican thing we read out, you know. Yeah, the police code of conduct. But them get, I mean, know them supposed to read it unless them not read it. See it? Kingston Metropolitan here, but the whole thing it cover, right? All right, so this it'll tell you one word and where them expect the police or them to behave in a manner, right? All right. So no disrespectful thing and thing. So much people are tell us say yes, the police come out and behave in this kind of manner. A police officer must avoid any form of abuse of authority. I want them to say any abuse of authority in his relation with the public, and therefore must not use greater force than is necessary to accomplish what is required or permitted. Make threat, intimidate, or harass. So when the one they come and make threat to me the other day and harass, you know, when them stop and take my back seat, me know the laws, I'm a follow it, you know, I'm a follow the police code of conduct, but them don't know me know. But it told me like them now read and I know say, you know, these are the things where they fit them for follow them have guidelines. So really and truly, them just want to be rogue, who want to be rogue. Because if them follow the thing the right way, everything good. Use greater force than is necessary to accomplish what is required to permit, make threat, intimidate, or harass. So police must do none of that, right? So it show you right as so. A police officer must perform his duty with integrity and therefore must not maliciously damage or destroy property belonging to a person. But yes, still police take my back seat over $100,000 value. And pine gun pa me and thing when me tell it wrong. Illegally dispose of property belong to any person. And knowingly file false or incorrect report or recommendation concerning any person. Now, when you read out this to people and them see it, you know, them are gonna know say, well, you know, some things you are break, that mean you break rule, you break laws. For uphold laws, it's wrong. Now tell you, it's not lawful. So me, I live by the laws of the thing where them set and by the police code of conduct. And me see man, we're supposed to uphold the law. I break it. So I have to talk. You understand? So when them say patriotic, we have to talk, because we want to know who, patriotic enough to talk these things. You see me I say? So you know when they file false and inaccurate report, and all the while we hear these kind of things. You see me I say? That means you must have charge to them, Must. A police officer must respect the right of every person in custody, avoid any indulgence towards that person, and therefore must not be negligent, lack of concern regarding the health and safety of a person in his custody. So when a police can talk to me and say, boy, don't have Huntsbeer, you want to show them and treat the people, them and what them do, them and beat and do these things inhumane. It must go on. Except when necessary, search a person of an opposite sex. Be present during a search of such a person or of a person in its custody. Search by a person of the opposite sex. So male for search male and female for search female. Interfering communication between a person in custody and its personal attorney and that personal attorney. You must interfere in either. Use greater force than necessary on a person in custody and show handle or point a weapon without justification. Show handle or point a weapon without justification. Now you tell me now. How much time you see this guy happen to me, Let me tell you, say them point without justification. You can't point weapon. It's illegal. These things are they are following, Me follow the police code of conduct, and me follow the institution, the laws of the land. See? And when you see all these breaches, you're not supposed to even tell bad people bad, you're supposed to anger them with respect. No care what. Each member of the constabulary, whether in uniform or plain clothes, carry an identification card. Any member of the public can request, to view his identification card to satisfy himself or herself, especially in the following common contact situation. So you, if a police come approach you and you're not sure, you can ask him and request to see my identification card, and him must oblige. See? All these are, you see, these are a thing where them not follow no rule and guidelines. When stopped by any member of the constabulary, when a member is effecting an arrest, when searching a premises, this identification card contains members' photograph, name and rank, identification number, the signature of the commissioner of police and representative. Right? So, we don't expect all these kind of things. So, I want to say, in arrest now, and we're in the arrest, I want to say about your responsibility. Because you have responsibility too. Yeah? So I can see your responsibility as a citizen. Your rights. Your rights and responsibility. So make we hear this now. Here are some of your basic rights. All citizens are equal under the law, but not by the way we see our state around. It come like ghetto people now have no rights. Bless up. Bless up, John. See? You must be told why you are being stopped, searched, or what you are being charged with. So if a police stop you and maga charge you, also him tell you. You can't just say, boy, come here and just search a man and box him in the face and them thing there. It's illegal. Me I tell you, you abuse of power. You forget charge for it. You must be courteous. Caution. You must be caution when arrested or charged. So for caution, you and tell you that and that and that and that. Right? If you are arrested, you have the right to legal representation and to have your lawyer present during questioning. If you are arrested, you are entitled to at least one phone call. A copy of search warrant must be served on an occupier of a premises before the search commences, except under exempt clause. Someone must be present when a search of your premises is being conducted. Must be present. See? And I like what the man will call me, but sort of he say, them going to them house when them down the road and them tear off him down, kick off him down and thing. It's illegal. I just them thing that we have fight for, Bless up, Ted. See? So I show the people them these kind of things, eh? The individual may be the owner of the premises, a neighbor, a relative, or a friend who is an adult. When you give statement to the police, it must be read over by you to you by a sign and be signed and mark X, which must be witness. So if you get a statement, them to read it back and make sure them not put in what you not say. Okay? You can expect us to uphold the law of Jamaica firmly and fairly in accordance with our work. This is the police that talk to we now, right? Be professional, impartial, fair, honest, reasonable in our dealing with you. You see there now? These are the things where it put on paper, but these are not the things that they are practicing. Provide you with sound advice and timely information on which you can really be accountable for our work and answerable for the outcome with our control. Strive to satisfy citizens in a way that will exceed their expectation. So if you work with the citizen like this, when we say layout, yeah, the conduct will layout. If them did a work like this, we not have a better Jamaica, man. Be analytical in problem solving and spare no effort in trying to solve problem. And be prudent in all our dealing with high level of transparency in our relationship with the public. The constabulary aim to uphold and protect human rights of all the people in Jamaica by providing high quality, effective policing service in partnership with the community and cooperation with agencies. So if you put this down and people, and this is what we expect them to do, why them not come out and behave according to? And why them break all these rules? Why? It happened to me. You see me, I say? So, I know we are break the rule. I just, the approach and everything. Even the bad word and them thing, because them not supposed to approach it like that. You see it? In carrying out our duty, members of the Constable Force shall, as far as possible, apply non-violent mean before resorting to a use of force. Non-violent mean. We will only resort to use of force if other means remain ineffective and there is no realistic promise of achieving the lawful objective without exposing police officers or anyone whom it is their duty to protect to real risk of harm or injury. What you should do if stopped by police? All right? Listen now. Slow down. Pull over as soon as you can safely do so. If the vehicle is unmarked and you doubt that is the police vehicle, drive below the speed limit to a well-lit, populated place. Now, them tell you what to do, you know, but police here stop you, unmark, and you drive and you get gunshot in your vehicle. Pull over. I'll go to the nearest police station. I'll attract the attention of uniform officer. So if you're an unmarked vehicle, pull you over, you don't trust it, it tell you, drive below the speed limit, but go to a police station and do something, just to make sure. Unwind window, if it's tinted, and stay in the driver's seat with both hands clearly in sight and steering wheel. Do not exit the vehicle unless asked to do so. Comply with the officer request to see your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance. If they are in glove compartment or under the seat, let the officer know and then follow his or her direction before retrieving them. Comply with all instruction given by the police officer. Even if you think they are wrong, seek address later. So you comply, but you have to make sure a police, as we said before, because unmarked vehicle and them things, right? So you should be treated with dignity and respect. We not see that. I know we not see these things. Under any circumstances, may the police ask you to pay a fine for a traffic violation at the time it occurs is illegal. You have the right to have any inappropriate situation, address. If you believe that the officer has acted inappropriately during the traffic stop or any other encounter, you should report the officer conduct as soon as possible. You see it? As soon as possible to the office of the inspectorate of constabulary, 1st floor, 12 Ocean Boulevard, Kingston Mall. Yeah, and you see the number 922-92-34. And then the number, 18760 967 4600. Fax, and you see the fax number. Yeah, 922-0288. Try to have as much information as possible about the officer, including his name, badge number, division to which the vehicle is assigned, and the number on the side of his or her service vehicle. The exact date, the time, location, occurrence are very important. What the police expect of you, very important, same way. It only by working together. Yeah, but this is how we talk all the time. It only by working together that we can have a safer and more agreeable community in which to live and work. So if you don't work like that, it not gonna work. That means you can't go in a shoe is a ghetto. Only deal with people like that and be a bad word and pay disrespect. But yes, still the force are not showing these things. And the police, the conduct of the police, them a break every rules. And a break laws. And we are saying to stop. We need to respect and abide by the laws. This is what we live by. Come forward if you witness or know of a crime committed against anyone. Report suspicious circumstances to us. Refrain from corrupting your police. For example, through offering bribes. See? Promptly report act of corruption and unprofessional behavior. Refrain from harboring person involved in illegal and criminal act. Stay out of crime scene and obey the police. Do not cross crime scene tape or pick up spent shell or other potential exhibit. But you see, police, you control them crime scene because we see the car will lick up and thing and, people, you back them off of the crime scene. They're right there, so. See, not even that. So that's something know, so me observe in a more than one thing when me see the work now go on. Be civil in your interaction with us. Perform civic duty, such as jury service. Partner with us to build and sustain a safer community. So be honest and reasonable when dealing with us. So you see it? So you're asked to do these things, and it's good. But you still adjust the pose, and these are the conduct. What them expect and it put out there. So them supposed to know it. When arrested, now I could look upon when arrested. Arrest. Right? If arrested, the arresting officer must tell you the reason for the arrest. Unless you are arrested, you cannot be compelled to accompany a member to a police station. Let me read it again. Unless you are arrested, you cannot be compelled to accompany a member to a police station or to remain there. Police are come and tell you, say, hey, come up at the station. If you not arrest me and think about me, I come up at your station. But you still don't go up there, then them come and come mash you up. Me I tell you, say them a break too much laws. Cause me read these things, so me gonna try show the people them who never read it before and who not understand it. Because them not expect people for, come out like this. But we serious, we have to straight up the place. Once you have been arrested, the member is entitled to search you if I arrest you. Female must be searched by female who may be members of the public. So even if a police arrest you and them have a female, he can ask a member of the public for give you the search. But him as a male not supposed to search you. But we see police start do right now. Can we see a thing where police stick up in a civilian, a lady, and like she knock out and him draw across the road. Him should get charged for it. Yeah. When taken to police station, we will assist you to make contact with person of your choice by telephone or other appropriate means. You are entitled to one telephone call. While in custody, the police are responsible for the safety of your person and personal belongings items. So the youth named Maradine, if them respond to him safety, or him end up dead in a that. And why so much people end up get mashed up and beat up and all kind of things. People fix get charged with these things. Because when you take a person in custody, you respond to him safety and well-being, And that them for start show these things too. No joke. Contacted to the case will be taken from you and recorded at exhibit and subsequently taken before the court. You are entitled to observe the documentation of your belongings and exhibit and sign accordingly appropriate register entry detailing the belonging must be witnessed by another member of the constabulary and dated. Personal belonging must be returned to you when you are released. You may be seen by visitors during the prescribed visiting hours, and your attorney will be able to visit you at any reasonable time. Each station has to own prescribed visiting hours. If you are charged with an offense, you must thereafter be cautioned by the police in following terms. Do you wish to say anything? You are not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. But whatever you say will take it down in writing and may be given in evidence. Bail. Every person who is charged with an offense entitled to be granted bail by a court or a justice of the peace or police officer at case may require, as the case may require. The individual who is charged with an offense shall not be held in custody for longer than 24 hours within questionable bail being considered. A person charged with murder, treason, or treason felony may granted bail only by a resident magistrate or judge. Bail should be granted to a defendant who is charged with an offense which is not punishable with imprisonment. A person shall not be refused bail unless the police, justice of the peace, or the judge has good reason for doing so. Consideration before granted bail. Police and court take the following matters listed below into consideration before granted bail. The seriousness of the offense, for example, murder, sexual offense, and treason. No sexual offense like the youth, the man who raped the little 5-year-old youth. I don't know how them never, because I don't know you have to send him out and say he must go around kid and go in the next parish. Because this, me that will on him. You understand? All right. So, him, me don't know how a judge that got that blunder to me. Right? All right. The likelihood of offense being repeated or another offense will be committed if the person is released. The accused person character, yeah, incident, association, community ties, whether he or she was granted bail before and he or she absconded, right? Whether the accused person has fixed address or can be found. Whether the person poses a threat to the community or to witness. Whether the individual is safer in custody. Because sometimes you might have safety in custody. And they tell about the payment. The Bail Act make provision for following. Justice of the peace and police should not specify an amount exceed more than $4,000. You see it? As payment required of any person and condition of bail. Resident magistrate judge not limited as the amount, and then they tell you what or what. So, as me say, them thing you have to know your rights, and this is the police code of conduct. As me say before, the standard of duty, but we supposed to see, we don't see it. You understand? So when you run through the whole of this, when me say police pint going at me, in a me car tell me, hey, come out, boom, bam, bam. You know if me have my license for firearm for me. You don't know if my license for firearm all. You don't know, tell me good morning, nothing at all. Nothing. Hey, you, come out. We are big man, you can't deal with people, so. It tell you to always be, you see it? A police officer must act in a manner to preserve the confidence and consideration that his duty require. A police officer must not use obscene, blasphemous, or abusive language. Must not use these languages. Refuse to produce official identification when when any person asks him or her to do so. Use language that could be disrespectful of other race, sexual orientation, religion, political persuasion, or any other status of any citizen or person to which he or she may come in contact with. Be disrespectful or impolite towards any person. It's any person. So when you put them things in a context, you see how the place break down. And people say, yeah man, the police them no, because they might do something wrong in the first place. And them and in the police code of conduct it line out there. And you know, every day, you know, what I do, I forgot through them thing, yeah. You know, make people can see them, because you know, sometimes people watch them and them start understand them, start read up more upon them rights and everything. So when a police approach you, you know, to talk to him and what you go deal with. You see me I say? And tell him, well, you can't afford to approach me that kind of way, and this wrong and that wrong, and you know, them thing the way I do, it not right. You see? So you have to start deal with him, pan him kind of way there, where make him know himself. You see me I say? Man, you have to make him know himself, because them do some things most of the time where you can't see. The man have video and a man just come grab and a man chuck him in front of police. And the police run go drape him up on him side. You look again when the woman go pull the man in face and the man ease her off, which assault that. The police, when they ease off the police, I'm going him a driver. You look, me sure next thing, the police, the man have him paper in him hand. No, I carry him a drive. And if anything that reach out to ticket, or it reach out to box a big man in hand face and then pull your gun. For you pull your gun, it's illegal if you get charged for it. The man is an unarmed man with a paper where he must show you it's a car offense, one or do. We know they are South Africa, not apartheid. We know they are Israel. A black and black this. See? And by the way, me I say black and black, the same a good thing the people them have video. Because the same George Floyd thing, what that do, I'll show you what it do, you know. What that do some wonders the other day. The same George Floyd thing there, you know. Do some things, and I say I can't dry it up, you know. I say wait there. Say I can't dry it up. Yeah man. So you see the police body will represent them. Them a move from that. When the police start the wrong now, what them a do? Them a turn against that, you know. Them a turn against that now. So if and it on the CNN, it show yesterday. So through the George Floyd thing that come up. So when you say a police, you don't stand up again and say a police are trample a man rights, and you are police and you have to do something about it. Them I tell you have to do something about it. No one showing it, you know, because let me see me can't show it. Let me see right there. Alright, let me see now. Let me just put it up, you know. I have to show it, you know. There's a long read, but me have to show it because with a man, you know, you have to keep up to what one right across the globe, you know. See? So you see, you have to make changes, because if you don't make changes, where you think it can happen? How can I think it happen? See me, I say you have to make changes. So let me see where that they want me just pull it up, you know, man. Pull it up where you gone. Where you gone thing. Alright, so let me see if I find it here, so I mean just put it up. Just put it up, there's more on to see it, you know. Alright, so alright, see it here. Like this. Yeah man, so what am I do now? Them know the foolishness, so they must stop that. So no more like the union them come and say no more no that. Or them that back them with the foolishness. That them we consider that and say no, it not gonna work. Not gonna work. We have to weed out the bad cap them to make it better. So like when the man sit down on the man neck and him now move, so he not have to shoot, he just sit down and the man work and they are testing, you know, he don't read out in a court. But him and the man work at a club. Me watch the club owner come and say him work and I can choose that thing and take over from Judge and him. So him like him that say black people intimidate him. When him say black people like him feel intimidated, I feel me don't know. You understand? So him have a kind of bias against color or something, you know. So him know Judge. Him know him. He does not them don't bother put that in a court. You know, if he does give him a fair trial. See? But him know him. See me I say, and look what him do the man. Him crush the man. That did wicked. So it did I want to show no, want to them, man. Wait, I want to show you it in my official, yeah, yes, all right, see that? See that? See that part, right? See that? See that? Can't say anything, see that? You call me the wrong time, man. Yeah? So, see that? You step to law enforcement, police union, shift stands and protecting bad officers. See there? And this has stem from George Floyd. Because you can't have bad officer where you're supposed to serve and protect. And you go around with that, you mash up a community and mash up the country. It's like them people, them definitely, you pay them for, remember taxpayers money I pay, and them are revenge and for them aim is to just mash up the place, man. And like you use, and you're not supposed to even, do these kind of things. So them if you read it long, but what them do, any officer responds to the killing of George Floyd, see that? But if you read it, so when you follow them thing and read it, so the union them come together and say no more of this. Yeah man, them are push for this because when that and a good thing the person that video. Because the officer them going to report lie. So you see what they mean up? In the Jamaican you report lie. You say this and that and you get attacked and this and then the senior man just take that. And you have to say no, you can't deal with the public like this. Because who are the public we are served? When you have a police station in a inner city community, and the inner city you are served, but it's like the police there. But I better them not there because when you go in a road, if 500 people live on the road, you know about the whole 500 people. Hey, you boy, come here. Hey, boy. Who you serve? Because like I said, them a prisoner. In them road, them have the freedom. When we are come police, them run. And all kind of thing. Them supposed to glad when them see the police. But if we have follow after the conduct, yeah, we have follow these things and follow the law. And people know the law, they not run from the police. They know say when you come break the law and not get well accountable for these things, them not run. Because most of them, I can tell you, say most people never read these things, but sit down and watch it. So I see now, I bash out them something, but I show the people them because I sit down and I watch it, I read them out, I study them, that's why I have to share it with people because I realize people don't read it. You understand? So I bash and I get something. Yeah? When me hear now say like, a man I say, go down a Riverton City, you say, yeah man, a boy I will sign up for, that boy, little boy that for kick, you can't see me, I'll best spin pan him out, just coming in the force. Him forget our charge for that. Oh, I step on crime, I'm step up. I'm not so, no sir. You understand? I think when a peace officer, I want to keep the peace. I want to work with the citizen. You understand? The resident in each area. So if somebody go to hand, remember you have elders and them thing about the days where go pass a elder and talk some things that diss them or do something. We can't say you could young police drape up man who could be your father. You drape up your father, say your mother. You ever ask yourself them thing there? A man driving a taxi now. We want to get rid of gunman. We want to get rid of them people there and them thing there right now. And instead of we focus on gunman, and getting rid of gunman and getting rid of the criminals, the elements, including them in a Morgan house, because enough criminal all about. I know we have freedom of speech and everything. And things what we see, and too much thing I missed and everybody 12 million here. Nobody now move to them. See? Alright? So we want to get rid of that and get a clean Jamaica. But instead of we get a clean Jamaica, we're not getting that. You see me I say? We not get that. We get a corrupt place. See? Very corrupt. And the police them deal with people with no manners, no respect. Yes, still them a break the rules. Them a break force orders and rules and everything. Can you treat people with dignity? You have the approach. And you must see the language, them no bad. You can't tell nobody these kind of things. So when you come and you approach somebody like this, you have to move as a professional. I talk these things all the time. And it's in them orders. Them know. They must see that. They understand they must see it. And then each time them going and tell lie, they have the union back them. You must see back these things. It's not good. Don't do it. It's wrong. Now do them thing that to man, it's wrong, man. See? So police code of conduct, duty and standard of conduct of the police officer. So them have this and them know them know the code of conduct. You know the code of conduct, me could have picked up my daughter for 100 pep. See Americans, you know, think you're Jamaican. And you have a big gun, a rifle, so pay a rifle for my car. I never come out and get mad for when they drop it. I want to drive and all kind of things. Me I drive again when I take my back seat. Through the pint, through the gun. You remember you can't all these things wrong. Just the approach. You wind on your window. Why am I winding on my window to you, know? And you come up with them dirty approach. And you still tell you the standard. And I know, you see, last year, June, when I say in the come, send the thing, come give me. Say them close my case, because them can't find none of the police them. And anyway, when they do that, and it was illegal because they can't just do random stop church. Remember, I know about it. That's why I push me on the TV, me and the public defender. I mean at the paper, so they realize, oh, him not done with what I'm doing, you know. So they mask them off. You understand? But the human rights activists work too, man. Yeah, man. And we stand up for poor people, man. See? So we not care. So we not break laws. But we still not break laws, but I call it out. Because me sure and that me sit put down. And me read the Constitution, me read it off. But I go and read it off full set speed. See? So enough of the things they won't not break and thing and I like, me not see them they not that in the Constitution. And what them I do? But the people them not read it. So me I say, okay, that's why I talk. So now I come and say, boy, you know, say the people them are no, you as a police officer, if I act as a police officer, with all respect. If me alone some, and if me just get up and me go down the road and me just say, man, blah, 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 people lose respect for me. And I say, boy, oh, I'm going to say. But you see me, you heal you up, I'm gone. I have a problem and I can't deal with it. I deal with it for you, I'm gone. So you know me stay. So me demand back some respect now. So you know, I come and diss me. Because my cloud, you can't come in my cloud and diss me. I not going to work with that. Because I not come in your cloud and diss you. So I can show you respect and I heal you up, I'm gone. I don't know too much of the long talking. And hold you up because they can't put me in a circle, right? But I can just deal with you. I'm gone. You see it? So if the police them deal with people in the right manner, when me see all these abuses, you know say abuses. When the police rush and do all these kind of things, you know, say, you know, you abuse of power. It tell you have freedom for assembly. Me read out that funny yesterday in the Constitution. And you know, if you them come up with that thing, I tell you say, you know, again. So if me get up on my avenue and me not feel that to make me get up because I want a reason. And police come on there, you can come all the way and say we are gang. We don't have some little thing we not put in a thing and say a gang that. So you would stay in your yard and you must talk to nobody until we not try to do South Africa, we not turn the place now. Black and black. You mad? We should have ball field. If we go play some ball, recreation for the kids them. Brazilian fence them should have moved. You understand? Jamaica should have put up, we shouldn't have no zinc. When a hurricane have blow, we don't have no way for blow down. We should have the zinc fence for seal and chop people and that kind of things. No. You understand? Place should have up. Every road should have fixed by this. Now some politicians tell me lie and use the money or they want to use it. You see? So I run through the whole Constitution. You know, little by little and carry a couple of them things that people can, you know, see. And I put it up there. It's for the day. So people read about it themselves and I show them. So I'm going to take my time and I show them again. So when I want it, send for it and search for it. I read it to myself. See it. Post code of conduct. Nothing, we're not doing nothing wrong. We're going to show them. So and the manner where them supposed to, you know, you expect them to act and thing not to come boy you up and drape you up and box you up and do them thing there. And lick it at your face. Assault. Police assault you not because you have one thing. Man I say police, you know, man I say him are the law, him is not the law. You understand? So these are the things. And see there, we are showing them what they must do, you know. But enough people have a bad taste when them read all these things and say, but well on. But these things put on there in the code of conduct. But them not conduct themselves no way like this. When me see them not talk to me the way, yeah. See? A police can compel you, know, arrested. A police can compel, hey boy, follow me. You have a station. I'll boy you up. You don't need to go. You understand? Him infringe by human right. Unless him that charge you for something, you do something wrong, him a charge you. But him a tell you, hey, no, make me reach a station before you know, boy. See, all them things, it wrong. You know, it's a slavery mentality. Because, and baddest thing, but the police force to tell them to do it, you know. It don't tell them. And I like me, I show you something. Say the JCF. Put it down there, or the government put it there and tell them to act this way. It's not there. It show them how to carry themselves, how to act and what them to do, and what them duty, and what it will require of them. So them a break the law every day by doing what they want to do. You see what I say? And when you talk here, someone say boop bop bop. Them indulge them mix up in all kind of things. I'm going to tell you something too. No police are supposed to even have no taxi, no other business unless it go through the governor general, by the way. I'm not about no police commissioner. Because this amended and me see it in the constitution. See? You understand? So all that's stupid. That's really stupid. You understand? Them things we need to stop. So me show the people them, you know. When you read it to yourself too. And me read it for you does. It there, but you can't read. See it? When you get locked up and everything, you know this. You see me I say? The police are supposed to tell us, say, yo, a station, hey, me reach station before you, you know. Come check me at station now, you know. All them kind of things, it no work. You understand? Yeah, you know, breach people rights and them thing there. If you don't have nothing to charge me for, nothing to lock me up for, you can't compel me or tell me to come and follow you at station and all these things. It's wrong. You see me I say? Of course. See? But remember, some most of the people, them don't know them right, you know. Them don't know them rights. So, you know, if you, when you run through these things now, you see me I say? Under the powers, that me I read that through in the Constitution and tell you. You understand? And the emergency powers, me I tell you. You understand? So that's why me I do this and me read it. Because certain things that them can't do certain way neither, man. You understand? Certain things them must do. See? Certain things they must not do. Because upon the end of the day, no care what kind of powers you're under, when you deal with the citizen of the country, you know, deal with them like them are the enemy, them like them from a different country, and you and them in a war, like, you know, like you put them in a Nazi camp and thing, you can't do that. And yes, still when you look now, you have to protect the citizen of the country, and you as a citizen, you're free to go any parish and live anywhere you feel like you live in Jamaica. But the police have changed up that. Especially that means them a target people. You can't profile nobody. Because who's a criminal? You know, you have big criminal. Look at the woman with thief in the bank. She get $11.1 million. You put too much money, some of them youth a thief combined for the year. And it's still get 111 million. See? But she can move 111 million. 200,000. See? And she get 11.1 million. 900,000 a month. That stand up with anybody where I work. Some people are working on some big things in the US because they are talking about around 900,000. They are talking about 4, 5, around 6,000. Around 6,000 US. She get a month. Some people now work that. See? And look what she do. So all criminal look. See? You have some other man, member of parliament and member, where you look, take out bank, woman take out bank book, and when you look, woman only get 30,000 out of it. You know, and them are pay things, so pay things. So you see the real criminal, if police really do them duty, them people that get locked up. Like when they're in England, you see, you have member of parliament that we get locked up. You have your prime minister, you forgot resign. And if you forgot get locked up, you get locked up. So nobody not bigger than the law. Nobody. They say, and dog bite somebody, and then draw a court. She have to stand for that. That's the Princess Royal. They think say, oh, them that just run it past her. No. No. Not enough thing, and she have to take care of enough thing, and them draw she in a court too. See? So you have laws where people have to follow and live by. And if you live by the laws, you're good. But you live by the laws, law-abiding citizen, and then you have some man where them not study this. Them just have on the uniform. And then break everything. Hey boy, Lick hey, dirty, hey, boy, I'm kill you, hey, me shoot you, know. Hey, boy, like the video where you see, I should have me where you kill a man for? I should have me come for your bum, like that. Hey, boy, I should have me come for you. You for dead. You can't threaten. You see that? Peter? See that? See that? You cannot, these things, they must say the abusive language and not at all, not threat, not at all. You can't, as a police, you're not supposed to even do it. You're not supposed to even put your weapon on me like that. And pint I won't pan me and like, you see me I say? So these are the things, but them don't follow, them not follow the rules. Them just not follow it. Who I give them order and I show them because, you know, you can't be, it can't this. Me can't have, we employ people, the agency employ people for uphold the law. And then we have people who break it. See it? The code of conduct where them are follow. And instead of them follow the code of conduct and make it better. And them I tell you how the way it can be better. Right? And work together as citizen and police and serve and do everything. And your rights and everything. It tell you. Right? And see, you must use language. Could be disrespectful of other race, anything. So they might tell you what the police must use. See, the police officer must not use obscene, blasphemous, abusive language. So, how much time is the police when them draw down and some get how them talk and how them disrespect people, how them deal with people? Right away, you know this and at some charge and nobody no move to them. Refuse to produce official identification. When any person asks him or her to do so, which them must. Them come in your place here, ask them feed. Hey boy, how we are asking that hey boy, me shooting them. You must not do these things. You understand? I know we not run a bad boy police force. That's what heard me when them say a bad boy police. Say my bad boy police, that's why I'm forget charge. Because we don't want a bad boy police. We want police, we don't want a bad boy police. Use language that could be disrespectful. You understand what I say? So you lock up a man for something. But yet still, you know, interact with the public. You do anything you please. Because you are tell yourself, say, you are the law. You see me I say? So you tell yourself, you are the law. But we are say, no. You see me I say? So we are dealing with real laws of the land. See? And then, one of my friends said me, you know, said, if we show them the international human rights or govern international human rights. So we're going to deal with that too. We're going to deal with that. So it will show your police perform a duty with what? Integrity. And therefore must not maliciously damage or destroy property belong to a person. You still my backseat torn out. And me get threatened. Eh? And then me can't find them. You see me at illegally dispose of property belong to any person. And knowingly file false or incorrect report. This, if you start charging some police to this, the amount of man when me talk to, I tell you, say, hey, police are come now, say, come tell them, say, boy, I mean, no, you're in a lock up, but you have 2 murder. I know, say, you may I give them murder to do. Yeah, man, I put them by you, man. And you say, if we have camera and them thing and catch them, then we'll have change. That police turn a commissioner after. The past commissioner now. Him get for turn a commissioner. You see me, I say? Yeah, them did kill Kentucky and get away. Because the 2 people now get up and stand up for a change. As I said with George Floyd, now you see you too much thing change. Because if you want change, you have to move to the change. You know? You have to move to the change, no joke about it. You understand? So when me read up and study about the law, I not break law. I have no time for that. I not do it. No. But when I see them break law, I call them out. And that some people don't understand. So what them do, you now go offer the people them who really deal with crime. You go offer a little old man where 70, lucky, where in a Portland where a film never them did kill. Remember the youth where they buy the car and them came and then on town and rob him the money there and kill him and him have to run away. I say little old man there, the near lucky. And him. So him that you see them pepper spray and them thing there. Yeah? That him. So deal with that man when near the 70 and do him all kind of things and then box boy in him face and lip boy in him face him have to retaliate and do all these kind of things. It's wrong. You know, say tell you for put your hand on nobody and these kind of things. And sometimes, but you know, long me I watch police come on and be here and say, hey, what who they tell him come meet me at station, him not come and kill me, I come kill him. Dixon do it. And he come kill Bagger. And shoot up like that. He go shoot standing in the yard, take him out in the yard and shoot out in my eye. When I kind of want. The last shoot I think when make, I when him go kill the youth and then villain for one way. Yeah man, Dixon. See? So Dixon do these things. Enough more police witness to these things. So I know, you know these things and then when you reach up in our stage where you say, okay, me say when I drive a seat and you start look through something. So you never look through these things them time. You think a man can just come and threaten you, plumb me. You kill Sheppy. For what? Him hold on upon spot on. Can him hold spot. You just say, you gotta where you take with the man for boom. You just put him going and shoot him. What come out of it? And nothing we witness and nothing we know, you know. See? So you grew up under this kind of little thing, you're traumatized. And now this thing, me up and host up already and them say them broke place and them take me off. And me and my brother up there and Byron and next shoot and me a build the people them all stop. We could have wet up them thing. Put on plate now and everything and you come take me off. And carry them 3 man and I say beef go look for them. A DJ, but DJ in the 80s this. Up in the 80s. See? So we go through the whole of them kind of thing here. You come and you fire shot and kill Mr. Correction and Joe. What come out of it? Nothing. I just Kentucky kid, we know him too. Because you I go school and them thing there. You understand? Time I go in and do it. Boy, I always run me. I watch your DJ. So, and I like, you know more people, see much time them break laws and things, and this may I try to show people. So when I talk, and I like me, I make up something. How you want to accept? We are dealing with laws. So if we are dealing with laws, for poor laws, and them I break the laws, if you say them I work poor laws, you can't have gangster police, them use the badge and gun, and I more do criminality. Tax people, bad up people, and do some things that are wrong. It's wrong. I box people in them face, a big man, you hold up big man and box him. Man, if you feel up all them jaw, and you hold your gun too. Right away assaulting and them see that with them for charge, you know. It's illegal if you draw your gun and pipe on people like that, you know. Without any solid things and like somebody, you understand? So these are the things where people for know, you have to know the rights. So you start look up and read up the thing them. So when them come and ask them for the ID, ask them for that, talk to them politely too. Deal with them. A man for read out if I lock you up, read out the rights, tell the boy I lock you up and boy I charge you for all kind of things. But him can't come tell the boy come follow you go to station. Hey, come me reach a station before you, I see a station too, I drive off and I reach it before you and you run go because you're frightened yourself because you see the big gun, all these things with them they're supposed to do it clear. You understand? But yes, still they can't go up Norwood, Narbrook, and Cherry Gardens, and the Golden Triangle and Beverly Hills. They can't go up there and tell none of them kids that. You don't even go there and knock the gate. You have a search warrant here, so you make sure because you know you're going to lose the job and you're in a big trouble. So you see, if you have resources, now build resources and them know, so okay, I'm not serious. Like, he's a serious person, very. See? So them know watch my smile. Me I move off and I'm come like elephant, me I forgot nothing. See? So, me like, people, we don't live above the laws. We live, we live within the laws. See? So when we see people are break it, whether you're police, whether you're prime minister, whether you're opposition, whether you're a pirate, put together one a liar, whether you're a judge, we have to call it out. And the Constitution tell you. See? Not even at school when we see them have devotion, it's right. The Constitution tell you because you have somebody who are Muslim, but you have a devotion and a principle that put you. And by the way, principle is not supposed to lock out no kid out of school, none. Because them have a right. But when you do it, you see me when I break so much laws, it's a country breaking, putting laws in and breaking them. You understand? So you have people like we are sitting down and telling us, say, listen, a time for them to stop them foolishness here. And people when they start read up on them things like them for all accountable. Them people they have served the public and doing these things. It's wrong. Simply it's wrong. You understand? Jamaica want spin out man and ring out, ring out the whole of the corruption out of it and them things. You see? Yeah man. And we have to do things like this where people can just go back and look and them see it. And we have to put it up. Make them understand and then read it for themselves. You understand? But then later, loan some, keep it real, yeah? Up.